Yes.
There I am.
Is that your new DM voice? I like it. It's sexy.
Sick. So what's up?
Nothing much. It's been
This
7 years. It's
It's
so
like been a
long.
week.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. You know by
Listen,
that, James? Yeah. You punk motherfucker. No, it's been too long. How's that? We should have
You're
D&D
right. You're right.
twice a day.
Let's
um,
not get carried away now. All right.
You get sick of it eventually.
You think so? You haven't done what I've been doing for a living.
Actually,
I know we leveled to 3 at the end of the last thing. Um, I do not remember where we are in the story. We killed the priest's son, his vampire son.
That was time before last.
Was it?
Yep.
What happened after that then?
We
Um,
actually got to a bridge, and there was
Oh yeah, the
Cantu
race to the
and
bridge,
Volgero.
and our old characters attacked us. Right, right, right.
yep.
See, I've got the memories in there. It just has to be jump started with like a little familiarity.
It's a two-stroke brain.
It is for real, dude. You would be surprised at how annoying it is to have this brain.
Yeah, a couple of things happened last time. Um, mm, you should remember, overall, you find yourselves trapped in Barovia. Baron von Strahd is the great evil of the land. You're trapped here with this figure of seemingly infinite power and evil. You found a gypsy woman who gave you the prophecy. You found a stricken mother who gave you the child. You found like Ismark in the tavern, and you made friends with him, and you agreed to help his sister Arena. Ismark and Arena, you helped bury their father. You had to kill the little vampireling to do so. Um, Strahd showed up in person, toying with you. Um, he killed Ismark with little to no effort.
And I decided not to shoot him.
He told Arena that he was the last person alive who cared for her now, kind of sociopathically. He's seeming to like mourn for her bad luck, even though he was the cause of it all. Um, he laughed at you all in your quest, and he left you in a flash of magic, more than happy to demonstrate his boundless power.
Right before he left, he dunked on all of us.
Yeah, I did. I was starting to think the Strahd guy is kind of toxic.
Just maybe.
Uh,
toxic, you're slipping under.
Arena had to pick herself up by her bootstraps.
Oh
She's
god.
had a lot of tragedy, but there's no way but forward. You guys left the town of Barovia with a bleak, difficult trip ahead. The dead, grim lands are as cruel and dangerous as its barren. The only errant crow or werewolf on your company are your company on the long road. You did indeed approach the bridge where you had to fight some old companions. Um, the very dangerous bridge. You guys, well, some of you got very close to death, but you were able to push them back. Though, uh, what's his name? Dongiro. what's
Valgaro?
yeah? What's
Probably.
which one was yours, James?
Cantus.
Cantus. That's right. You had the not frog name. Cantus escaped. He seemed to be fully taken by the miasma that separates this land. He escaped to fight probably you another day. But
Hmm.
what else? You saw Strahd's castle and the dangers within, wisely choosing not to go there just yet. Um,
Just
continuing
feeling strong
onward,
and fresh.
we reconvene along the path to Vilaki, um, the town you're heading to. Um, like I said before, we'll back up just a little bit. There's a small, ancient, forgotten temple on the roadway. Its old stone walls barely hanging on. Its ceiling has these huge, empty patches of rotting wood. There's chanting coming from within, low, hushed, monotonous. Getting closer, you saw six figures in black cloaks. each nearly a mirror of each other, down to the jewelry and the curved daggers they carry. They rhythmically chant something in an unknown language, sort of unnervingly whispering, and stepping in very slow, precise motions in a circle around what seems to be a corpse.
Mm.
Corpse is a woman. She's naked, and she looks stabbed many dozens of times in exact patterns.
Hmm.
A
Yeah, she
huge
does.
pool of blood sits under her, and her skin is gaunt and gray. They seem to take no notice of you. You haven't been particularly loud, but it's like middle of the night. Oh, it always is. It's dark. Um, you're outside this like ancient temple, and you're kind of all snuck around the walls, looking through cracks and crevices at this site. What do you do?
Uh,
Do non-sneaky classes get sneak attacks?
No, no.
Okay.
Nope,
Okay.
that's just a thing for rogues.
Okay.
well, being that this looks like a place where minorities would be killed, I'd like to roll a race check.
God.
Uh, so there's a bunch of creepy people chanting and stabbing a dead woman, or
Well, they're
a
done
woman.
stabbing her. They're
As
they're
one does.
they're
Uh,
slowly making a creepy circle around her body, chanting rhythmically.
do you know what they're chanting?
As one does.
You don't recognize the tongue.
Hmm, interesting. Um,
Which is strange because usually I recognize.
does
the
the does does the corpse look like any kind of like misshapen or anything like it? Does it? I mean, outside of it obviously being shanked a bunch.
Roll me a medicine. Try to
Med-
assess.
medicine. All right. Ugh, would be a 7.
There's a lot of stabbings.
Seven.
Whole bunch of
Um,
stabbings.
Hmm, not helpful.
can I roll religion?
Sure. You don't know a lot about this land, but you can attempt.
You're screaming Jesus.
That's the first one for the night, boys.
First that one.
Yep.
You get him out of the way. Get him out of the way.
Yep.
Well, taking time to deliberate, they start to do something else. One of them breaks rank, quickly being filled in by the other ones, keeping their kind of loose circle as they slowly move in this rotating pattern. He takes 2 ungloved handfuls of blood, cupping it like you would about to drink from a river, and he begins pouring it over what looks like a solid black candle, small and wide. He bathes the candle in blood over and over and over.
Hey buddy, if you want to get it to light, that ain't the way.
I don't know if you know this, but blood doesn't light candles. Shit. I don't want to fucking approach these people. How many people are there?
6.
6. Are there any other ways around?
Number of the
It's
beast.
it's a very decrepit temple. It's kind of
Oh, okay.
small-ish because some of it is kind of fallen into itself. They're using this one room as the main room, and there's holes in the roof. There's holes in the walls. There's a main door which is long since given way and it's just open.
I'm gonna climb up to the roof.
That will probably need a stealth.
Oh,
Might kick over some rocks or something.
that's a 25.
Okay, you do it quite well. The roof is not good. There's big holes everywhere. Whereas once there was this sort of like stone plaster and wood, now it's just this rotten kind of warped amalgamation of moss and fetid kind of leftovers. And there's these huge big holes casting moonlight from within, and you can see the same sort of thing going on from above.
All right, I'm just gonna position myself to where I can still see, but still have proper footing.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Uh,
I
is
think
there
I'm
any?
wearing
Go
like
ahead.
chain armor, so I think I have disadvantage on sneak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Irina has her sword out, but she's being careful not to speak. Obviously.
I know that this is probably I feel like this is kind of useless. I could, if you guys want, I could try to detect if they're evil or not. I feel like the corpse with the dead woman being stabbed is sort of a giveaway, but
What
you
if
know.
she was evil? You never know.
Well, that's my thought. Maybe she's like a vampire and they're trying to cleanse it or some kind of wild shit. But at the
That
same
still makes
time,
them like these xenophobic weirdos.
I
You don't
mean,
actually detect alignment. Don't forget. You're looking for fiends, undead, that kind of shit.
oh, I thought it was like
No, detect
It
good
gives
this
you a
guy.
list
abilities.
of
This
5
guy
things:
cheats on his
fiend,
taxes,
undead,
but
celestial, something else.
I thought we were
It
looking
lets you
for.
detect weirdos.
Can I detect Republicans?
No, they're at work. These liberals with no jobs, they're doing this shit.
I want that. I want a spell where I can detect people's political alignments.
Just look at their bumper stickers.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, let's see. Hmm. I I don't think I have anything I can really do unless you guys just want to run up on them.
Wait, no,
I mean,
I'm.
we
And
could try to talk to them, but that would
can
probably almost immediately.
oh man, you know what would have been perfect
Result
right
in-
now? Perfect would have been create water in the dead person's body and just have it just fucking start shooting out at him.
Let's see. See, like I can't roll. Is anybody like fluent in deception?
Oh, what can I? I'm not.
Uh,
I have a
good.
+5, but I'm not proficient. Um, can I detect poisons or disease to see if the corpse happens to be
Disease.
well,
Poison.
well, kind of, because I mean that would give us a little
You
bit
can't eat
better.
it.
I can too, because I can totally purify food and drink. Don't test me.
Hey,
Those
I think
are
you just
weird.
called the body food and drink.
Alright, the wheels of action are slowed by this indecisiveness. Everybody gets one more thing, and then stuff's gonna happen. So, what are you doing? Start from the top. There.
See. John, you gonna stay stealth?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here and wait to see if there's any type of hostile reaction to whatever y'all do.
Edis, what are you doing?
Is anybody
He's dead.
anybody else wearing heavy armor?
John's chilling. Patches, what are you doing?
I'm waiting for somebody else to make a decision because as a
Patrick, I tell everyone to go hide. So Patrick, try and roll a stealth.
hide.
Yeah.
What? I have disadvantage on stealth. How about I'm just gonna stay right the fuck where I am? How's that?
Weren't we trying to deceive somebody? Or no?
I was gonna try to. I was gonna like strip naked and beg him for money, but
Strip naked and back.
So your AC can be 12.
I mean,
Hey,
I'll do
wait.
that.
Hey, what are
I
they?
don't think the module could ever have predicted that one.
What are they wearing?
Robes.
Robes.
Creepy robes.
Does anybody have any kind of robes that are similar and creepy on
Yeah,
them?
I'm
by
mine.
chance?
cleric, but I don't think I necessarily.
I'm sure that I have that. No.
Let's say. I mean, we could always do like a.
They're
So-
wearing. They have very specific filigree and jewelry on too.
all of them. They're
You
all
could
just
try.
balling.
They're like mirrors of each other. They look exactly the same. They're all
Oh,
down
no.
to the rings and the necklaces.
That doesn't help me at all.
Oh my God, are you guys septuplets? I yell from the bushes.
I'll deceive them. Let's go.
Okay, what are you gonna try to do?
I'm gonna basically try to convince them that they are both trying to backstab one another.
That's gonna be a hell of a deception. You can try it though. Irina is about to start swinging. She's not a woman of waiting, so you stop her. You're like, wait, hold on, let's try to think this out. And you kind of make your presence known to these guys, and they all with a start, kind of like, whoa, obviously shocked that someone is here first of all, and they raise up these like curved like Z almost shaped daggers that they're all
Aren't they
carrying.
like right by the road?
Off to the side. You can see it from the road, but you guys have to walk.
They're terrible
you
at
just-
doing these things stealthily.
No one uses the roads anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Right, there's no point.
You'll die.
Yeah.
You
they
did.
they all stop. They kind of turn to you. You see their faces. They're normal looking people. Nothing monstrous at
Normal
first
looking.
glance. And they all grab their daggers and they look at you expectantly, like a crazy person.
Yes, because
I
what
actually
crazy
forget
people
my
walk the
deity
road?
for this priest, for this
Yeah.
cleric.
I missed just enough of the backstory that I'm having a hard time putting together a coherent.
They're stabbing a dead body,
Okay.
I mean,
ritualistically.
They're taking turns. It's your turn, Bill.
Hit it before it gets cold.
We got to make enough holes for all of us.
Just tell them that the dead
God.
body. Tell them the dead body had some treasure hitting nearby, and that you're gonna race them to it.
Tell them their idol John Wayne Gacy is outside.
Why don't you tell them that they stabbed the wrong girl? That the sacrifice is
I
still
asked
waiting.
them what in anonymous deity's name that I can't remember's name.
You picked one of the
Lord.
you picked one of the trifecta
Sloppiest.
ones.
Okay, so all of you popping out as an adventuring party and all saying words at the same time has a really different effect than one crazy person jumping in.
Wait,
So,
is
you need to
everyone
decide
doing
on-
that? Oh my
yeah.
god, you guys are insane, man. I'm still behind this rock.
I'm hiding. What are you talking about?
Me and John are over here like, we're not with them.
James, are you gonna butt in? I guess 2 isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Me and you just
give
wondering what
me-
the fuck's going on, homie.
you tell them different things. Give me deception rolls, I guess. It's gonna be a hard check.
22.
That's pretty good.
It's gonna be a hard check. 22.
15.
Okay, they have a chance. I'm gonna let them resist first of all, with advantage, obviously. 'Cause that's just
Like
madness.
y'all full of shit.
Yeah, like what? Who are you?
How'd they know where? I mean, how'd they know where their stuff was? You know.
We're already raising suspicion, being that we're brave enough to like be walking the roads, or stupid enough. Maybe we should just act stupid.
Yes.
Already there.
Eric, you tell them that there's gold nearby.
Yeah, that the dead body had a secret stash of treasure hidden under the bridge with a troll goblin.
One of them says, "We don't care about blood. Strahd's favor is the only treasure we need. We don't care about gold. Sorry, I was thinking about
Love
the
this
blood.
nut.
We don't care about
told them,
gold.
I
We
told
don't
them
care
that I
about
have. I asked them if they've ever met Strahd in person.
Of course we have. We see him in our dreams every night."
It's not in person, you fucking idiot.
Kinky.
I'll tell him. I actually met Strahd just last night. While I was fucking your mother.
What? He was there.
The glory of Strahd was doing
Oh,
what?
you guys. No,
I guess
realistically,
The real
you're not
question
gonna
is,
convince
why were
me.
you hanging out with? Why were you hanging out with someone who's fucking his mom?
Yeah, you guys aren't gonna be able to convince these guys. Sorry. Maybe if you had like done like a fire nearby and you ran in and you're like, Strahd is burning a village. He said he needs your help. I don't know. You'd have to put a little more effort into it than just saying some bullshit.
Too late now.
Roll initiative.
8. 8.
The fat and healthy 16.
That's a
4.
12.
Went ahead and put it in chat for you.
There you go.
It does burble.
Oh my god, does that mean James is first?
Oh my god.
The hell?
You know what happens on these? I get a nat 20 at the most inopportune time for you.
Okay. What do they get? They're pretty fast. They get this number.
They looking pretty fucking sick. I like them.
Maybe you could join them.
You never
really
know
gonna-
how it might.
I was about to say, are you gonna tempt James to go join a psychotic cult of people? It's like asking.
He's got one put in already.
That's
It's lifelong dream.
that's why I'm here.
Jams, your go.
I use my full movement and inflict wounds on well, any one of the ones that you think, because they're all kind of the same right now.
Yeah,
Sure.
just close enough.
Yeah,
Inflict wounds. What you got?
Licked wounds.
Yeah.
Roll
They all-
it up.
They all
That
look
is
at
a
you and
miss,
go,
like, whoa, fuck. That is a 9.
Getting into combat with him, he kind of peels off his robes, revealing this sort of like corrupt leather armor, all black, made to be kind of like a denizen of the night. Surely, he seems very quick and stealthy, as
Wah,
opposed
wah,
to hardy
wah.
and fighting. And he dodges your blow quickly, and then they're gonna pile on. Ah!
Fuck.
Everybody gets one or two.
Everybody gets what?
It's a lot of rolls. Hold on, let me do this quickly.
for once, Spider-Man's not, you know.
They up in the rafters?
Oh yeah, you don't get one actually. They don't.
Yeah.
They notice you. You're right. I forgot. Haha, more for your friends.
Don't
Two
worry.
successes,
I'm proficient in
two
medicine.
successes.
Well, thanks. That's great. Now that I have a different
Those
character,
are-
I'm glad you're proficient in medicine. Now that I'm long dead twice, double dead.
Yeah. You know.
Uh, okay. So Eric, running in quickly, these kind of lithe, uh, gaunt assassins, cultists, whatever you want to call them. They run in and start stabbing at you with the same daggers that they just murdered this woman with. Take 9 damage. Same for you, Patches. They kind of rush in, diving, dipping, very dexterous, kind of moving as quickly as they can in this assault for 11. And then Jams, they
Wait,
cannot.
I take 11 damage.
Yes.
God, good God, man.
Jams, they can't quite make purchase in your armor. These daggers are long and almost they're more decorative than functional, but they can't quite get in.
And yet they still hit me for 11 damage.
yeah. It depends on where they got a chink in your armor.
Fucking racist.
Patrick, use your go. There's 2 in front of you.
All right. I'm about to blow the asshole off of one of these guys. Hang on. Is channel divinity is a single thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
should have
got
2
like
options.
Wait,
like a number of times per long rest to do some
Yeah.
things.
What is it that is it different for every person?
It's
different
different
for
for
every-
every like subclass.
Fuck, man. All right. Well, maybe I won't do that because I don't know what to do yet. I don't know anything about it.
Just go to actions. Should be channel divinity something and channel divinity. I think they also get turned undead, right?
I have channel divinity abjure enemy.
You're a paladin of vengeance.
Yeah.
Abjure enemy says you and this enemy duel, and they can't get away from you. Basically, singular.
Okay.
You get advantage on him.
So he just can't run away.
Yeah, you get like to be able to chase him and shit.
Huh.
Something like that. Oh,
Eh. I thought I was gonna get to call Jesus down and get him to slap somebody.
No, that comes later.
Now I'll wait to slap somebody. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna longsword that ass. Whoever the fuck is nearest, pick one.
One of those 2
Yeah,
sexy bodies on your body.
11.
No,
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I think they found us out, Yedis.
I was still hiding behind a fucking rock, man. What the hell?
A Joan from your
I really
perch.
should have just casted fucking fog cloud.
From where I am, how far away are they?
It is a single floor, so maybe like 15 feet. It has a high ceiling, but not too crazy.
Oh, no problem then. I'm gonna go the one that is uh, on Kalir.
Hmm.
I'm a Misty Step right behind him
Holy shit.
and attack. All right, that is a 23 to hit.
It definitely is.
All right,
Pretty good. It's definitely better than a 9.
that is 10 damage, and then I get sneak attack for 7 more damage.
Oh my good lord.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what the best part
Oh
is?
my good lord.
Wells from the grave. Any target within 30 feet that I see, immediately after a sneak attack, I can roll half of my total dice for sneak attack and add the damage to another target, and they take 1d6 necrotic damage. So, which is half of what my dice is.
That's interesting. It's like rogue cleaving.
Which is 4 more damage.
Okay. To the one on the right, I assume, with Patrick?
Yeah.
Dropping down like a true phantom, the kind of piercing darkness only with the backdrop of moonlight causes you to kind of drop in like a shadow or like a bit of tar falling from a pipette or something. You come in, complete darkness, Batman style. Patches, you just see a blade go through the chest. The guy kind of grabs it, scratching at it as his kind of central nervous system gives up. He falls forward.
I'm gonna be like,
Pipe headed right
yeah.
into his ass.
Yeah, he's dead. That one took damage. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the like the effect for the whales of the grave from the grave, because whenever I do sneak attack, I actually gather like a shadow blade, and that's whenever I throw, and that's what does the necrotic damage.
Cool. Yeah.
And that ends my
Kill the
turn.
shit out of him. Yeetus. There's 2 in front of you.
Eric.
I'm reading my spell. Give me a second. While my dog continues to fucking whine in her crate.
Oh. Poor dog.
Let me out.
No, she's a
Let me
shithead.
in.
She's
Let me
big.
in.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite on the one that fucking stabbed me.
Okay.
That's a very specific. Yeah.
I gotta be honest, man. I know what it's like to want to cast frostbite on somebody who stabbed you, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Stab somebody. Just in general.
You could have done that ice knife, and the thing next to it would take damage too.
Aiming at Patrick.
Go ahead and just do it up, man.
His con save is 13. What is your DC? Do you know?
DC. Where the fuck is that even on this
Be
shit?
under spells, and
Uh,
when you click it, it'll tell you what your saving throw is, or right above it.
Your dog sounds like one of those little safety whistles.
It actually doesn't. Oh, that's the wrong fucking spell. That
What's your
12. God damn it.
what's your intelligence?
2. 14.
Or wait, what are you again, cleric?
Sorcerer?
Sorcerer. Sorry. What's your charisma?
15.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, it's a little low. Yeah. Not quite. Oops, that didn't happen. I was gonna mark as frostbitten this, but not quite. These guys are quite dexterous, not fighters, clearly. They're very lithe and gaunt. more for sneaking around and doing their cultish ways, but he's able to just get out of your icy cold grasp just in time. Yes. Calgath.
Is anyone terribly hurt?
No,
Uh,
No
Patches
one
is a
ter-
little.
I'm feeling
Edith
fine.
is kind of.
Fuck it. No, I'm not gonna inflict wounds. I'm going to spiritual weapon,
Nice.
and that's a bonus action. And he gets to attack as soon as he gets summoned. That's a 12.
Not
Misses.
quite.
And I can still do a cantrip, right? Bonus
Yes,
action spell and a cantrip.
I
Is
think
that
so.
correct? I'm gonna try and
You can
Word
still
of
attack.
Radiance. Yeah, I'm gonna try and Word of Radiance. That's a 13 con save.
Yeah, if you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can use a cantrip as your main action.
He fails miserably.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range, it's only 5 feet, so just the two that are next to me take 4 damage. Good enough for me.
Good
I
enough.
did some damage, aren't you proud of me?
Blinding. Well, it's more of like a healing green light, kind of separates the darkness for just a split second, and they revolt in agony from it, both being bright and kind of misaligned with their evil ways. And they're gonna stab you for that. So
Hell yeah.
one is gonna. Okay,
Not many reactions. I don't think I
give me a
have them.
dexterity save, please.
11.
John.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it sounded like you just said. Well, that's got to be in the tray. Dexterity save. That is 18.
Okay. Okay. So, completely fucked up my rules. Let me see. You're fine. Oh my good lord.
Yeah.
2 nat 20s in a row.
Holy shit. On me?
No. One on you. One on Patrick.
Jesus Christ.
So, for you, you both get pretty lucky. Uh, stabbed James 6. Uh,
Yeah.
stabbed Patches 11.
Wait, I lose 11 more life?
Yes.
God
Pretty,
damn it.
pretty lucky, huh?
Double nat 20.
Did they only do 3 damage?
Yeah, you got a 1. John,
Yes.
the cultist in front of you kind of turns away from Patrick and he looks at you and he sees he's smart enough to match up with you and he doesn't want to tangle a dexterity fighter against him. He's not really a fighter. He's using his dexterity as kind of a shield against adventurers trying to save himself. Takes a handful of blood and throws it in your eyes. You're able to kind of quickly move your hand away before his dirty trick blinds you. You're fine. And then he misses Yeetus and we're back to the characters.
I tell him that was some pretty weak pocket sand you have there.
Yeah, this is pocket blood. Clear.
He didn't scream out "sha sha sha" before he died.
Let's see.
This man has stabbed you many times now.
Yeah, yeah. I've got to heal myself. I'm gonna fucking die. Let's see. Oh, I'm not. Even if I go to 1 HP, I still live. Or 0 HP, I still live. That's nice to know. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, if only I wasn't first in the initiative. I think
8
I could wait until people get hit.
or 8.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I got.
Step back away from his blade as he takes another swing at you, and you very quickly channel your divine power. Who's your god? By the way, do you remember? I don't remember.
It's the same one as James. I forgot what the.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget, man.
Yeah, natural
Write it
stitching
down.
of your skin. Yeah, fuck's sake. Natural stitching of your skin as the vines, for a split second, these sort of astral vines make stitches where your deep wounds are. You can just barely see them and they disappear, healing you a bit. Ixalan.
I'm in melee range of that one cultist, correct?
Yeah, he ran at you.
All right, I'm a bonus action disengage and get on the backside of the one that is fighting Kalir and slice and dice. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's a big fat 6 damage.
Okay, he's already taken
Oh wait,
4. Okay.
yeah, okay, I forgot because I had advantage, and now that's sneak attack. That's a full 6 damage.
All right, more than enough.
And I will do Wells from the Grave for a whole 1 damage to the
Hell yeah.
one that I
Choke 'em to
disengaged
death.
from.
Just like toothpicks shoved into their skin until they die.
Yeah.
Which one? Left
the,
or right?
The left one, the one I disengaged from.
Okay. In a flurry, just all in a split second, you kind of roll, almost teleporting behind the man. Patrick, you get another clean view of a sword going from back into front as the unexpected cultist sees his life end before he even knows what's going on. Then you take your shadow dagger or whatever weapon you choose and fling it with perfect accuracy at the cultist you just left, surprising him all in the course of a single second. He's dead. Yes.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeetus.
Telling you, dog, ice knife his ass.
Actually, I am gonna do Ice Knife.
Nice knife.
It's so fucking versatile. As long as Patrick isn't nearby.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
tell me about how versatile it is.
That'd be pretty funny though.
Well, you know all about how much it hurts.
Look, I'll be honest with you. If I die again, guys, I totally have another character ready. So no stress.
Is it a
no
fucking
worries.
frog?
No,
Wow, really? What is it?
I'm not telling you unless I die.
We're not worrying about that right now. We're in combat.
Ixalan's
No.
far enough away to not get ice knifed, thankfully, but these two are in perfect range. So give me your attack roll, please.
Oh, the dog was very upset about that.
Yeah, she can eat shit. 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then they both got to make dexterity saves.
And 3 damage.
Okay, so 3 off the bat. Good job. Then they will try to save out of it. They're pretty good at this. They both fail miserably. Never mind. Give me 2d6. Or 1d6, sorry. No, 2d6, you're right. I'm right. 2d6, please.
7.
Oof! My god. These guys, very weak and frail. The one in front of you takes the blunt of the icicle. You kind of Final Fantasy him. He's still standing. The shard explodes in this glittery snowfall. Deep, sharp cuts appear on the other as the shards of ice cut through him and around him and on him. You see him kind of falter and stand, and the frozen cold daggers all in his chest. He's barely hanging on. The man in front of you is a little better off, but he did get hit with that. Yes. So, Calgath.
Yeah. Is Patrick still badly hurt?
Yes.
He's a little better now.
It got better.
Let's see. I'll healing word everybody for 8 health.
Excellent.
Okay.
And I guess as a bonus action, I will attack with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
25 to hit. Oh my god, that was a nat 20.
Okay.
For 11 damage.
Oof. I'm assuming you've been attacking the same one each time. Did you?
Yeah.
Too late to say otherwise. But
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's true.
What is your spiritual weapon?
It is a bow.
Yeah, just you ever play Hades? That game?
I have yet to
I
play
have
it, and I
not.
am dying to play it.
It's good, but yeah, there's kind of a spiritual bow on that. You step back, chant your magic, everyone's wounds stitched together with the holy earth and magic you possess. At the same time, the cultist is just doing this mad battle with this bow that appears from nothing, charges a shot, shoots him, disappears. I mean, he's trying his best to dodge, but it appears in behind him, above him. He can't do anything, and eventually he's just pincushioned to death as you heal your teammates.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna keep going. He's gonna run at you. He's gonna run at you. Run at you. Okay. They're gonna try their best. Just you. Excellent. 24. Not bad. Not bad. The battle of the dexterous fighters. You're both jumping side to side, diving, dipping, dodging, whatever that
Duck,
is.
dip, dodge, and die.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
patches.
He catches you right in the thigh as you do a very dexterous backflip, causing a deep gash for 9 damage. The other two, their lucky roll is not keeping them through. They roll very low. Um, let's see. Not excellent. Kelly here.
What's available for me to kill?
There's one on each of
What
us.
is this, a McDonald's? Just
I didn't know how many were left. I know that John's been shanking a handful of them.
There's a very detailed graph on roll 20.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know we were on roll 20 again too.
I mean, if you want visual aids,
I
they're
do.
there.
I do. I'm one of those. I need visual things.
You're the brown orc. James is the green orc. You can
whoa.
switch if you want.
Whoa,
Oh,
now.
ho, whoa.
This is 2021. You can't just be calling a motherfucker a green orc.
Brown orc.
I'm trying to look
Okay.
and see if I can't find the same deity I picked.
All right, I'm gonna go stab it on that dude, the same guy close to me. Unnatural 20
It's
and 13 damage.
oh my good lord. Um. Yes. He luckily for him he hasn't been touched, but he's the bow, the spectral bow that you're very familiar with, is kind of attuned to you. He's dealing with that. What's your weapon, Patches?
It is
Longsword?
a longsword, yeah.
Yeah, just catching him completely flat-footed. You just run him through, chopping down his clavicle into his chest. He kind of grabs the sword, trying to pull it out of him. You wrench your arm back for another blow. He's barely up. His knees are shaking. He's not looking good. Um, yes. Ixalan.
Oh. Let me see. I'm gonna do that bonus action disengage, but I'm gonna flip over him and go to where Yedis is.
Sure.
He's-
Plenty of room to do so.
He's gonna yell yay yay right when he does it too.
Yay, yay, yay.
And I'm gonna do another slice and dice
Blanking him.
for a 21.
Hits.
Good thing I had that advantage because I rolled in that one.
Oh God.
Where's my cookies at?
I don't know, man. Drive your ass
8
over here,
damage.
bro. John gets them all the time.
Yeah, no.
Back to the
Sneak attack
hellhole.
is an extra 3 damage.
3. What was your total?
Uh, 12.
Okay, just enough with the ice. So all happening relatively quickly. He gets knocked back a few feet with the ice tickle suddenly inside his body. Quite a shock fighting the sorcerer who casts, casts Final Fantasy VIII. Again, same song and dance. Very easy to slip behind them, assassinate them.
That's what I'm here for.
Excellent.
And that ends my turn.
Edis, the guy in front of you, having been dispatched by the assassin rogue. You find yourself mostly alone. There's 2 more still alive though.
Uh,
You can go ahead and do ice and ice if you want. I'll make it.
I was just checking the range. Yeah, I'll go for the fucking dog lay down. I'll go for chill touch on the one by John.
Okay. Yeah, you can get up there. Let's see.
12.
Oh, it's actually in range. Okay. Yeah, not quite. You cast your icy hand. You can physically see it in the air. Just a split second as it like freezes the air particles around it, creating this vapory, icy area. The cultist being freed from his fight against the rogue is able to dodge out of the way just in time, though. Let's see. Calgath. You and your brother beating the shit out of this cultist. He has fallen to one knee, barely standing up. He takes a weak stab at you, but half of his chest has been kind of excised in 2 pieces. What do you do?
I'm gonna hit him in the face with a mace.
Yeah. Okay.
17.
That hits.
Hell yeah. Or
Well, he had 1 HP.
6 damage.
Anything above 1. Yeah, he had been kind of chopped in half by Patches. You mercifully stop his brain from working any longer. You cut the pain away.
by bringing him the pain. In fact, it's a very stable system, really.
The final pain.
The pain actually stops the pain
Okay.
eventually.
Kalir, let's you go.
I yeah. I guess I'll move on over and stab that last dude.
Yeah, only one last cultist remaining. He's dodging some spells.
14.
Not that hits.
And 10 damage.
Oh, good lord. There's a ghostly hand you can see just on the outlines of perception. You can just barely see it. The sorcerer controlling it, his eyes, alight with blue energy, and the cultist is dodging, backing away from it. Back turned to you, completely vulnerable. You just, with a big upswing, kill him easily. His body hits the floor in a wet chunk. This huge wound going up from his sternum up. Once he falls down, you're left with this unnatural silence suddenly.
Oh god, they finally shut the fuck up.
Irina, you guys having cleared out the baddies, goes to check on the woman in the summoning circle, whatever it is, in the cult circle. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go with her and see if I can, if by some stretch of the imagination she's alive.
She starts sucking on her neck.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna rifle through the body, see if I can find anything of use that would help, either ritual or significance of what's
Okay.
going on.
Any other pressing matters? Irina and
Clear.
Kalir, you guys go to the body. Irina picks up the body, gaunt and naked and gray from the blood loss. You see the strange, intricate patterns of stabbing so cruelly placed on her body. She picks her up and kind of grabs her, feels her pulse on her neck, and slaps her face a little bit, desperately trying to get her awake. But it's pretty much for naught.
And then she really starts doing freaky shit to her.
The corpse stirs just slightly.
Oof.
Not quite a corpse just yet.
What is it stirring?
Porridge.
This shit is delicious.
Do I
Stir in a
notice
pot.
this?
With that big ass spoon.
Yes.
I will cast Spare the Dying on the corpse.
Okay.
Touch a living creature has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or construct.
Too far gone. This
Um,
is
can I?
functionally, yeah, it's too much. She's less than 0. This is kind of a last breath. She
Yes.
failed all her hits, all her, she got stabbed to death instead of doing HP rolls.
Can I purify food or drink?
Yeah, sure. If you want.
Sick. Fuck.
Yeah, it's more of just like a last breath. She moves her hand just slightly, but the ligaments are all just torn. She can't, and she just goes, "My husband." Patches, give me a perception. Are you over there too, James? Is that what you're telling
Yes.
me? Okay, give me a perception.
16.
Okay.
Come on, little dice. 14.
16 is pretty good. DC 15 would be a difficult check. Um,
I don't quite catch whatever's going on.
yeah. You assume she was kind of trying to raise her hand, likely for a necklace, but you don't see one. You'd have to look around.
Okay.
You want to
Oh,
spend some time doing that.
what I need to roll like an investigation or?
Now that you know of its existence with your roll, you just have to spend a few minutes looking for it.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
You'll do so as well.
Mhm.
Garrett, if it helps, I rolled a 23 on my investigation.
Yeah, back to you. The cultists have some. They all seem to be wearing the exact same jewelry, which is a ring on the middle finger and a big necklace, silver inlaid. Not sure why. They're both kind of nice pieces. If you wanted to take all those, though, the ring has the emblem of Strahd on it.
I will take them.
May not be the best thing to be found on your body, but if that ever comes up, but
Or
they're
wearing
nice.
in
They're pretty
public.
nice.
John knows where to
Yeah,
put the
yeah.
rings to keep them safe.
Additionally, John, the obsidian black, almost Vanta black, if you guys have seen that candle, lies in blood, awaiting your inspection.
Well, now that you've said Vanta Black, Anish Kapoor is going to fucking
I was
sue you.
about to say, as long as we make sure that Amish Kapoor is not involved.
Good old Anus Kapoor.
The Vanta black candle, obsidian black, sorry, sits in a pool of blood, awaiting your inspection. Or ignoring, it's up to you.
No, I'll go take a gander at it.
Is the girl looking at that blood like,
Irina is depressed, obviously. Stabbed girl is stabbed and dead. Patches, you find a locket under her body in the blood pool.
Okay, I'll open it.
Inside the
Bloodpool just
locket,
sounds fun.
there is a single raven's feather.
It's a big ass locket.
It's like folded in.
That's still. Oh, have you ever seen a raven's feather?
I mean,
say I never heard of a folded feather. So.
Likely not a wing feather that's like 6 inches long, but maybe a tail feather, just small and black.
Nelly, Diddy, Murphy, Lee.
All right. All right. I'll let everyone know about it, and I'll place it in my own pack.
John, the candle is small. Looks to be like a small reading candle, though its waxy appearance is only marked by its extreme blackness. Like I said, Vanta black. The blood seeming to completely fall off it immediately.
Wesley Snipes.
don't have a fucking wizard in the party. Um, you do feel some energy with this candle. Perhaps
Motherfucking
if
wizard.
you attuned to it, you would know more.
Perhaps if you were a motherfucking wizard.
Yeah, I'll sit down and kind of cross my legs, monastery like, and place both hands around it
Um,
and
Irina
focus on it.
touches you on the shoulder as you go to meditate. Um, says, perhaps somewhere not in this demonic place.
Yeah, it might be for the best then. I will grab it and put it in my bag.
Okay. With that, you guys are kind of left in this visceral blood pile that you've created. Mostly you've created. Some of it was there before. What do you do now? Irina doesn't want to stay here, but you know, you're your own people.
I guess we might as well proceed to uh, the closest city in Vilaka.
Irina's taking you to Vilaki.
Wow, real stretching names here, huh? Donovich, Donovan, Vilaka, Vilaki,
I
Vilaka,
might
Vilaki
have
Flame.
called it Vilaka. I think I meant Vilaki.
Ivanka.
Is that like Wallachia from Castlevania?
Probably. Getting back to it though. The old Zvalich Road, which you're on now, meanders into a valley watched over by the dark, brooding mountains to the north and the south. The woods recede a bit, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall, as though it's looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends in a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half dozen pikes, all with wolves' heads impaled on them. Uh, some almost grotesquely large. Um, a big palisade wall encloses the town. Its vertical logs held together with thick ropes and mortar, as well as a sharpened end, and some places have additional reinforcements of chain and pikes and other defenses. Um,
And other things.
Beyond the town, from your vantage point coming down into the valley, you can see the jet black waters of Lake Zorovich. Once a beautiful fishing source, bountiful and seemingly endless, now it is just dangerous and deadly, a barrier to be avoided at all cost. As you enter the town's sphere of influence, you see a gypsy camp. The gypsy here being called Vistanti, if you remember. The Vistanti camp outside of town is kind of this prop up, a lot of carriages, um, sort of makeshift huts, very gypsy like with their colorful filigree, their tapestries, their cloths, their sort of strange look and garb. Most eye you with suspicion as you make your way through. Um, Unless you want to interact with them any, two guards stand fast and appear to be not allowing visitors. They stand behind the thick metal palace, the gate, like squares of the gate, you know.
I approach them and kind of stand there expectantly, like they're supposed to open the door for me.
Um, the two guards look haggard and tired. Probably a much more difficult job than just seemingly, you know, a town guard. They probably actually have to work for their meals, being this far out into the wilderness, with how twisted Strahd has turned this land. One greets you. He says, "Hello, sir. Uh, we're not allowing new visitors temporarily."
Can I use one word commands for the spell command that are not listed?
Yes, it's kind of like be creative, but if you tell them to kill themselves, they're not gonna do it. That kind of thing.
Can I just say the word open and use command?
Yes, but if you fuck up, it's gonna be a problem
Oh shit.
because
They're
they
gonna
know that you're commanding them.
they're gonna open other.
Uh,
Is there a way to sneak behind them or sneak past?
There's a big palisade. John could probably do it, maybe, but it's gonna be a real tough check.
What if I gave him the cover of fog cloud?
It's less
Uh,
of them seeing him and more of getting over the 15-foot, like smooth, sharp
okay,
wooden spikes and shit.
so I can try that. Is a natural 16 good enough, or do I need to add my modifier?
Hmm.
Because that's a total of 25.
Jesus Christ.
If you want to spend the time, you can. Uh.
What, trying
Yeah.
to sneak around him, like find a hole in the wall?
Yeah, trying to get over the wall, which isn't really the rest of the party. That's the hard part. Um. That's
Uh,
not too bad. Yeah, sure, sure.
And I'll do that. I'll sneak around and uh, ninja
It'll take
guide
a
him up
little
the wall.
time. The town is rather large, so it can't be perfect everywhere. You leave the party and you're looking for just a place in the wall that's not quite as sharp, or there's a gap, or very Assassin's Creed. There's a perfectly placed
is
tree
this one of
nearby.
those? Is this one of those big gates that requires like a whole bunch of men to open, or is it like a? Is it locked with
Probably
a key?
more than one man to open, definitely.
Okay.
Big heavy iron. That'll take some time though, John. As you guys kind of sit in front of the gate and ponder. There's kind of there's a bit of an awkward silence, but he says, sorry, sorry. After what happened recently, we just can't trust visitors. I hope you understand.
I'll ask him what has happened recently.
Uh, he says, well, I guess there's no harm in telling you. Sort of happy to talk to a new face anyway. Uh, well, the bones of Saint Andal. He's the saint of our church. They've been taken.
Mm, make a nice stew. I mean, continue.
This is a big blow to the town. Before we had a moment of calm and a little bit of sanctuary with the holy bones of our saint, but now it just seems to be getting worse. You see the wolves' heads; those are all new additions.
Mm.
So sorry, apologies. But if you come back maybe later, we can let you in.
What if we literally just told you, yeah, we come back later?
He'd say, "Okay, goodbye." uh, Yeah, unless if you want to persuade or intimidate or bribe or do any of that shit, think about it. Um, John, yes. Uh, Climbing over is easy enough. This is more meant for beasts than men. It's not like a prison break situation where it's designed to keep people out. There's not like a moat or anything like that. Specifically for people getting in and out. You quickly flip over with your dexterous. You land silently, as you are wont to do.
Pop.
You are in a large town. Um, Let me see. I have to jump around a little bit. Yeah, the town is a pretty far grasp from a far reach from the town of Barovia, which you left previously, where the town of Barovia was more of a cruel imitation of what a town once was. It's more of like a torture chamber or a nightmare. This is much more of a real town. It's a lot farther from Strahd's sphere of influence, so people actually have jobs and work as much as they can. Though they do seem to be constantly assaulted by the horrors from outside the gates. Still, just people walking the streets. There's vendors. It's a little more stable here, but not much. What do you do?
Um, is there a rough estimate about how far away from the gate I am?
You gave it a good 15, 20 minutes finding a suitable spot. So you'd be, a few 100 yards.
Um,
You weren't sprinting or anything. It was a nice little walk, though.
I'm gonna start making my way back towards the gate.
Okay.
Do I see any? Is there anything that would resemble close to like cultist rituals or activities I see along the way?
Roll me perception.
17.
Hmm. Cults by their nature, kind of hard to pick out. This place seems a little more stable. In Barovia, seeing a cultist on the side of the road would be almost commonplace. But here, it's more just normal people. They look worried, they look haggard and tired, but still mostly just normal, people trying to get through their days without being killed by werewolves or vampires or whatever. No cult activity,
All right.
at least on the surface level.
Do I see any
Dun,
guards?
dun, dun.
Anyway.
Guards?
Yeah, there's a few. There's if you get to the center, you can kind of see the road out of town, the entryway in and out, and you can see that in the distance your two gate guards, as well as the party outside the gate, and occasionally one or two will walk by. They carry short swords and armor. They're mostly just checking, make sure no beasts have gotten in, that sort of thing.
All right. Shit. Trying to think, cause I don't know anything about the Saint situation, cause I'd
Yeah,
already left by then.
that is true. Gate people, unless you're going to do anything, Arena is going to appeal to them. She says, "Please, it's been a long trip. We're from Barovia. Um, I I need to get in. I may be able to help with your saint situation. I have a bit of knowledge of the Lord, the Morning Lord myself. My father was a devout follower. I'm gonna give her a chance. It'll be disadvantaged though. She's not actually a player. Uh, she honest as well. She's an attractive woman. She's honest. She's earnest. All that would all wrap into a very convincing argument. But she said, "I'm from Barovia," and they say, "Holy shit, no, we cannot trust you." What
It's
about
a
the rest
wonder you're not a vampire yet. Well,
of you? Yeah. Anything
funny
else?
you should mention
Anything
that,
else for the
Caleb.
rest of you?
I command them to open the door. It's wisdom 13.
Okay.
I say open, and I point at the door.
Come.
Yep.
They say close.
Wisdom 13 is pretty easy to pass, but this is kind of getting to be where we gotta go.
I'll do it out in the open. Oh well, there you go. Oh well, there you go. You step up and you say, "Open these gates! The Lord is coming through!"
Yeah, pretty much.
And you say, "Sorry, sir, we cannot open these gates."
You're an asshole.
That's it. Okay.
I'll ask them who is in charge of this city.
Well, first of all, jump back to Joan.
I mean, of course it would be Strahd, but
Ixalan.
Do I overhear them talking anything?
Yeah, you hear your beloved Kalagath saying, "Open these gates!"
open these gates.
They say, "No, sir, we cannot do that right now. That's a order."
All right. Did I overhear any other talk along the way from passing by
Do you want to
guards?
listen to their query?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kalagath says, "Who leads this town? I want to speak to them." Um, and they say, as soon as I scroll down to his name, the guard kind of sighs. He says, "Baron Vargas is the leader of this town. He will not be speaking to you today. He is a very busy man." Baron being the mayor, that kind of sort of thing.
I'll say, perhaps I could trade with you some of my skills. I am a man of healing, and you
Mhm.
two seem to be a bit tired. Is there anything that ails you?
Love you.
Mm, this pricks their ears a bit. Let me see what they would need.
I can try and like use persuasion and be like, we only seek safe refuge.
Now, give me a persuasion check first of all to kick this off. Uh, Ixalan, if you want to interject with any of this, just let me know. They're just having a conversation. What's your
18.
persuasion? Okay. So you say I'm a healer, which is I'm useful, which does prick their ears a little bit. They say, "Is that so?" They look to each other. Say, well,
I'll say
it's
yes.
bet.
I can cure diseases and any wounds that are troubling you.
I say, well, it's better than doing nothing. And the other one's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, there's
But
only
this guy, this guy.
there's only four of them. They don't look to be too bad. It's like, okay. He says, wait there, please. One leaves. Ixalan, you see this. He kind of hustles over to a big two-story sort of. It'd be in a barracks, and the top looks over the wall for an arrow slot kind of thing, where you can go to the top and shoot arrows from down below. But the
John's
bottom
up
was
there. They're like, hey.
what the fuck? The bottom probably has gear, maybe a little barracks, that kind of thing. Uh, Three guards come out.
Mm.
Two with a guard in the middle, and he's got his leg bound up and around him, and he's hopping, and they're carrying him as best they can, and the gate guard, leading them. They bring them to you. He says, "All right, prove it then." Um, Unfurls his cloth wrapped leg, his guard armor all off, but oh my lord, does that wound look disgusting. There's a huge hole in the center, and around it is this black gangrene sort of decay and rot, and it stinks, and it's fetid, and it's horrible.
James, you can heal that?
I will use
Because I can heal that.
I can use lesser restoration, which I can touch a creature and I can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
Okay. How many diseases or conditions does this guy have?
Give me a medicine check. That might be
Because
a good idea.
I have lay on hands.
Medicine.
All right. DM question: are these
Yes.
guards considered commoners?
That would be a nat 20.
Oh
Considered
shit.
commoners. No, they have a profession. They would be a level 1 guard.
Like a fucking surgeon up in this bitch.
What did you get?
A nat 20.
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know where you would have seen this before. Maybe you just read about it in the textbook somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah.
But this man was indeed bitten by a werewolf at some point, probably in its wolven form. The huge tooth mark deep into his flesh and muscle. He will either die or turn very quickly. One of the two. It looks like death might be in his future, though.
It functioned like a disease.
Yes,
Like
it
I can
does.
cure it before he starts feeling the wolfy effects.
If you guys have a way to cure disease, you can.
I do have a way to cure disease, James.
Yeah, I'm curing disease right now.
Oh, okay. All right. I have lay on hands though. Just saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that for this.
You guys could brother power.
I'll
I
cast lesser restoration
I can use it
on
as
his
long as I
werewolf
take
disease.
James. I can use it a lot. 15. What is it? 15 times.
That's 15 health. You can
HP
restore
per
15
longer.
health.
You can cure disease.
Or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison effect to a creature. Don't
So
talk
you got
shit.
3 of those.
I've been reading. All right.
You got 3.
Check yourself before you Shrek yourself, James.
The two brothers arguing with each other, like always. Both go to cure the disease. One is just fine, though. The wound, uh, again, using your natural powers, magically stitches together with these sort of invisible, just on the edge of being able to be seen, vines that stitch and sew the wound up, and then this purifying kind of green wafts through his leg, changing the wound from this horrible disease, pustulely nightmare to this much more manageable, just like it looks like a sword wound. It looks like a pierced wound now instead of this nightmare.
Hmm.
The man who is in this, I didn't explain it very well. He's in this fever state. He's kind of just rambling and drooling on himself as the poison takes hold of his body. Disease, I mean. He stretches his leg out, and you hear this like, oh, relief. Good job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's
I'm sure he's like,
alive.
thank you, and I'll just kind of, solemnly bow and look at
The
the guards expectantly, like, I fucking told you so.
the two guards that are holding him kind of look at each other in surprise and look down and say, he is a healer. Wow, that's so lucky for him to be in this town. Um, the other guards are like, witch! He's a witch! Kill him! Kill him! He's a witch!
Awesome. Roll initiative.
Am I standing at the gate watching this?
I was just kidding about the witch part. But yeah, you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the whole ordeal. Uh,
He can read. Fucking stab him.
uh,
I'll pipe up. What are y'all doing? Let them in. I've specifically requested these people. They're here to help us at the church, and as well as to investigate different things that are going on.
give me a persuasion. I think you'd pretty have a sealed deal. You'd have to really fuck it up, but
That is
I was gonna
a
say,
Flash that
15.
signet of Strahd, and they
I
piss
thought we
him
were
off.
already good here. I didn't know.
he's putting the cupcake topper on.
Oh, okay.
Whole point of me sneaking around was to be the support or find a way to get in if y'all couldn't.
Yeah, man. You do you.
15.
Oh yeah, yeah. With everything going on, and you kind of, even still, they're like, we're really told not to let anybody in. What are we gonna do? Maybe we have to talk to somebody. But then you're like, get these people in here. What are you doing? You're holding it up. You kind of put the Looney Tunes pressure on them. You know, uh,
The Looney Tunes pressure.
yeah. That picture where he's like with Thanos and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
give me
yeah.
love, and there's people waiting, and it's all him in the line. Um, yeah, they successfully opened the gate. They're a little incredulous, but it's like, well, we do need a healer desperately. Please come in.
You
They,
expected that to end in combat, didn't you?
bribery maybe. How much gold do you guys have? You shouldn't have a lot.
We haven't spent any, so
145.
I don't have any extra gold because I wasn't alive whenever stuff happened.
Yeah, well, I don't have any gold either because I had to roll a new character.
Sucks to be you, nerds.
True. You shouldn't have a lot of gold. Um, yeah, they jump down. There's this big kind of turnstile metal gear that has a big L-shaped gear on it. They push it, and the which rolls up this rope from above, and it slowly pulls the gate out of the mud. It's quite an effort. They get it about 4 feet up, and they expect you to kind of duck your head and get under, which I assume
Uh,
you do.
that works for me.
In town, successfully got through the gate. Vilaki, like I said, it's a far cry from Barovia, though you can still see the stench of decay and death everywhere. There's no escaping it really, but this place is a lot better not being in Strahd's back door.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in Strahd's back door either.
No one does.
Souffle would.
You see Arena. She kind of stretches. Says, "Oh, that feels a little bit better being in a gate. I don't know about the rest of you." Um, she says, "Well, we have to pass through this town to continue our journey, but maybe we could help with this church issue. Any time we could help out the people, it's another little thorn in Strahd's side. But I leave it up to you, of course, my escorts."
Of course. Why not?
I see no
What
problem with
better
that.
do we have to do?
Um,
Arena, is there anything to help you find where this tome is in here? Do you know?
um, I know the path forward through Vilaki. Um, Says, let me see. Is there anything to help her? Let me see. I'm loading up a map.
What was the saint's name?
Andal.
Yes, Andal. She says no, but if we could support Vilaki and make it stronger, that might close up our six. I don't know what's the non-military term. Uh, you know, that'll leave our back less exposed if this town is strong and can repel some of Strahd's advances.
Hmm.
That being said, there's quite a few things in this town. It's a bit alive and bustling compared to the decrepit roads and nightmarish hellscapes you're used to so far. There's a bar, a tavern called the Blue Water Inn. Uh, the large Church of Saint Andal kind of takes precedence here in town. It's quite nice, very beloved and sort of centerpiece of the town. Um, there's several other things. There's a town center where something appears to be going on. What do you guys do first?
Oh, I figure we're probably pretty tired. We might want to go at least get set up at the inn. That way we can kind of make sure that we have a place to crash if we want. So I'll
What you
go
mean?
there and I'll make sure that we have rooms like situated for all of us.
That sounds like a great plan. The Blue Water Inn, named for the nearby lake, now is just more of a cruel joke, since God help you if you get in that dark water lake now. Um, the inn is not quite the nightmarish serial killer's wet dream like the inn in Barovia, but it is not that much better. The rot and age that seems to permeate the very air of this land has taken its toll. The once beautiful dark wood and stone pillars are grayed and warped. Inside, a few patrons chat. You see at the bartender is a huge man, likely around 6'7" or 6'8". He is very thin and gaunt, with long hands and a long face. Um, he has a beautiful feather-lined cloak that sweeps the ground as he argues with someone, getting quite animated with it.
Hmm.
Um, at the bar, there's a flamboyant man that sticks out. Seems to be half elf, possibly a bard. He has a large blue sort of musketeer hat on and rather nice clothes, sticking out like a bit like a sore thumb. In the back, there are two fur-cladded, well-armed, well-muscled, rough-looking hunters, keeping to themselves, um, and just a few other commoners of little note. Entering the bar, the barkeep is in the middle of his conversation and doesn't quite take notice of you yet. But as you get up to set up your stay and your food and whatever else you would need, you see him kind of brush the man he was arguing away with an annoyed swipe of his hand. Um, and he sees you enter and attends to you.
Okay. I'll just say we're looking to acquire a room for the night.
The tall man says, "Oh, of course, of course, of course. Rooms, 1 silver apiece, please. Uh, I will warn you, fair's fair. I don't have a lot to offer as far as food or drink right now. We're having a bit of a supply problem."
Ah,
I'll ask him. Is there anything we can do to help solve this problem?
You see his long furry eyebrow raise up. He says, "Oh, if you would help me, I would promise to make it worth your while. Uh, the upcoming festival needs its wine just as much as its patrons do to get through the horrors of this place. It would be a great help if you were to help me out."
I say,
hmm.
hell yeah, brother.
So what can we do to help with your problem?
Um, he says, well, it's a problem of supply. The vineyard, the local vineyard, I have a name somewhere. It says the vineyard, that's almost stopped shipping completely. Anyone going out there is either disappeared or come back with negative news, lost carts, killed horses, etc.
Mm.
So what is it you need us to do?
If you could figure out what's wrong, he takes a step back and he looks around. He says, "I don't have a lot to offer you, but thanks. Free room, free board, free food, anything I could give you."
If you can tell us any interesting information, that would help as well.
He says, "Interesting. It depends on your goals. What would you call interesting?"
James is really
Hmm.
into feet and dogs, so I mean, whatever really fits that.
Whatever, and if you get me some dog feet, that's really,
That's a
The dog
plus.
feet are where it's at.
dog feet, skeet skeet.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to think of what we could ask him, because I mean, one of the things that we're working to do is trying to get all this shit situated, but you know.
Are we supposed to talk about Irina's tome?
She never told you not to.
Mm,
Though you never know people's allegiances in this world.
yeah.
Do I know the name of it? Because I know I have a note about her tome.
Let me see here. I don't see anything about the tome. The name of it?
I don't believe it has a proper name. It's just a journal.
No. Yeah.
Um,
Strahd's journal.
is that what it is?
It can be. Whatever you want to call it.
Am I not supposed to talk about Strahd in public?
Tome of the Immortal.
Tome of the
Fuck.
Immortal. That's a cool one. He is immortal as far as anyone can tell.
Not for long, motherfucker.
Most
Basically, I
people.
describe it to him and I ask him if he knows anything about it.
Most people. James, make an intelligence check, please.
Or my real dice are, or else I'd roll this in real life.
I'll ask him. Do you know any connections to anyone
16.
in apothecaries or armaments?
He says, yes, yes, of course. I have some friends in here now that could really help you with that. If you do this task for me, I will certainly put in a good word for you. Um, Jams, you feel that most sane people you've encountered, which hasn't been that many, uh, but anyone who values life and isn't completely cracked is opposed to Strahd. But that's certainly not everyone ever. I don't want to give you a blanket answer, but most people are opposed to Strahd. You can't do
Yeah,
anything about it.
makes sense. I asked him if he knows anything uh about Strahd at all that would give us some type of advantage towards taking him down.
He laughs heartily. He's like, "Oh, taking on Strahd, are you?"
I will like give him like this complete I'm not fucking around face and nod.
He gives you a very knowing nod back. He says, "Yes, yes." Picking up a much more serious tone. He says, "Yes, I think I am very equipped to help you on your task if you help me with mine." Seems to know
Just want
something
more. Thank you.
specific.
Hmm.
I'll tell him. I'll ask him where we look for that, and I'll kind of ask him about the Saint's bones. Any whereabouts for that?
He
And
you get a little notification in the top left. It's like map updated. Um, it's a not a very far grasp to the vineyard, just a couple of days walk really. Um, Not a lot of carriages are available, as most horses have been sourced for food or just ran away scared. But you're used to travel at this point. It's nearby. Uh, Shifting the tone away from Strahd, he says, "Oh yes, yes, the other drama of the town. it does seem that the bones have been taken. That's another task. I mean, let me see. How do you want to say this? It's like, I don't know if you know anything about it, but that would also really help around here if we could have that back.
Do you know where the bones were last located?
No, I haven't got a chance to talk to Father Lucian yet. I wanted to go over there and give my sympathy as well as ask if he needed any help, but I've just been busy.
We'll kind of get him to give us, the tourist directions to that specific church.
Sure. It's large. People value this church very much. It's kind of the centerpiece of the town, uh, especially in these dark times that Strahd has brought forth. People have, this is the bartender telling you, like, little town history. People have clung to the church. Um, the saint in particular is a saint of protection and solace and sanctuary. And whenever, the monsters nipping at the gates outside got too bad, people can go into the church, and it seemed like that nothing could reach them in there, and they would feel better and safe. But now that the bones are gone, it's just a completely different story. The rot in the air is just getting to the church rapidly, and people feel like they have no safe place to go. It's damaging their mental status as well as the actual physical, not having that sanctuary place.
He's all
Whether
like, "Yeah, big church right in the middle of town, can't miss it."
yeah. Being a cleric, you would probably believe in most of this. Some of the others, you may or may not believe, but certainly people in this town do.
Yeah. I will probably. I don't know how to feel as far as a cleric about other religions. I guess I'm still. I don't know. I guess very believing in the fact that they work and everything, and I don't know. Maybe not feel weird in the church, but do I
Your, under,
burst into flames if
your
I?
understanding of other religions, just you don't believe them.
No, well, maybe I just don't. Maybe I just have my preference.
I feel like
Like mine's
most
the
D&D
best.
characters, especially clerics, realize that the pantheon not only is real, but there's many gods. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just like, that's your
It's kind of
business.
just
I
like
have my own thing
awareness
going
things.
on.
Yeah, it's more of like a loyalty thing than a preference.
You've got that coexist bumper sticker going.
Hell yeah.
There you go. We know his political affiliation.
So you guys rest for the night. Um, as you're sleeping, give me a perception.
As we're sleeping.
Yeah. As you're drifting off, give me a perception.
8.
As you're drifting off, roll initiative.
I'm
18.
tired of shit. I'm not even paying
Yeah,
attention.
you got beat up a little bit.
I'm out.
16.
18.
Eric, anything?
Eric.
You feel the balls of a vampire drag across your face.
What am I rolling?
Perception.
And his balls are smooth as eggs.
Smooth as eggs.
4.
Okay, never mind.
Perception. Perception.
John, James, Calgath, Ixalan. You're in bed. It's not the most comfortable bed you've ever had. Certainly, a very small room up on the second floor. You hear the bard in town below that you didn't get a chance to talk to just yet. You hear him kind of like in a dancey, sing-songy way go to his room. And you hear the door shut and lock. You hear the two brothers. You don't know them yet, but the hunters you saw, you hear them trudging upstairs. Their heavy boot falls. They go to their room. Everybody's pitching in for the night. The two of you notice that on your window, you see the eyes of a raven peering in, watching you.
I stare back at it, unwavering, and don't move.
I grab my bow and go to shoot at it.
John, it gives you a nice stare down for a little while. Seemingly very intelligent. It's not moving. You get the idea. It seems to be watching you. Jams, you go to grab your bow and it quickly flies off. It is a bird after all.
You're a bird, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding.
This place has a real bird problem.
I'll just kind of be like, I'll kind of get the idea that we're being watched, and I'll probably like share that at breakfast or something.
Yes, breakfast. There's not a lot. There's some assorted, kind of hearty vegetables, maybe some potatoes. There's some gamey meats, and there's water. They're having some serious supply problems in this area.
Are there turds floating around in my water?
No. Yes, morning. You've seen the same kind of assortment of people that are staying at the inn with you as well. The bard and the hunters, as well as the barkeep, awakening, getting started on the day. What do you guys do this morning?
Um, I let me see.
We're gonna go straight to church. Take me to church.
Yeah, you do that. Um, I am going to the roof. And
Okay.
I'm gonna
How?
what do you mean how?
Damn it! I should have let that guy turn into a werewolf and been like, "Bite me." What, sir?
Yeah, it's
Bite
like
me.
Yeah,
Morrowind.
yeah, the problem with that here is if you get bitten, it's kind of like herpes. It's not a good kind of thing.
Wolf
Anyway,
herpes.
wolf herpes.
Furpies.
So anyway, uh, so yeah, I'm gonna go up to the roof and I'm gonna like just sit with my legs crossed and just kind of commune with my deity. Just kind of just chill out and have a
Yeah,
convo. You know.
it's a nice morning. You have a second of peace and clarity, meditating like this and speaking to your God. You almost get a small window where uh the death and decay and nightmare of this land isn't grasping you as it is every second of the day otherwise. You get this little window of peace.
And then this fucking bird starts tapping on the window, and you're like, "Damn it!"
Nah, man, the bird's part of it, bro. That's what the skull is for.
uh Ixalan, did you want to attune to that candle? We kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I'll do that as I'm going to bed.
um Keeping the candle by your bedside, you get an insight into how it works. Attuning to it, as some may call it. It is called an obsidian candle. um
Mm.
It burns very quickly. You might even say that it has two uses, but using it creates a doorway in any structure, with some caveats. We'll talk about it when you get
Sometimes,
there. If you're like, I
sometimes
want to open a waterfall in and then jump in, we'll see. We'll see. It opens a doorway in anything for the most
you,
part.
You
you
mean
don't
I
want
can?
to get into Strahd's back door through that one though. So
Oh, you're more than
So
welcome to go
so you mean
there.
I can
Those
take
doors are open.
I could take a dead body and create a doorway through
Yes, absolutely.
really,
it?
can I use it on a live body?
Yeah.
No, it's an inanimate object kind of thing.
Why won't you? But they can be inanimate objects. What if I just hit them hard enough? They'll stop moving.
Yeah, you kill it first.
If she an inanimate object, I'm an inanimate object.
Jesus.
Yeah, it has two uses. We'll say, just for flavor, originally it had three, but to attune to it, you lit it to see what would happen, and it burned like a firework almost, like a sparkler, just burning this obsidian down as black wax immediately falling to the floor and dissipating, and a second sort of door opened right beside your current door, opening out a very simple wooden door. Um, you put the candle out quickly, and it disappeared.
Flavor.
Yeah, that's what you attune to. So you guys going to the church? Is that what I
Yeah.
heard?
Yeah.
The church, Church of Saint Andal. Like I
This
said,
is
very
so. This is definitely not in the south of the country where there's a church every 30 feet, right? It's just
nope,
above there.
just the one.
Just one gigantic megachurch.
I
So
don't know,
to the
man.
south.
Yeah, just
You're
the
Ran by some guy
millions of
named
dollars
Joe
a day.
Olstein.
you're starting. It sounds a lot better than where we live.
Just a couple of werewolves every now and then.
Amen. Better than some of the people who've come to my house.
St. Ansel's Church is open to you, as it is open to everyone. Father Lucian and a few of his flock are within. Most of the church seems torn asunder. Pews and furniture moved and flipped, tapestry removed. Uh, you assume it's a bit of a fruitless search for the missing artifact. Lucian, the priest, is a kind looking man, clearly evident from his robes, though clearly worn thin. The dark bags under his eyes show many nights of sleepless vigil and prayer, helping who he can, either with fear or their injuries or anything, any help he can give. Um, a young man seems glued to his side, fidgety and nervous of strangers. Um, a few people pray in the altars that are kind of pushed to the side, having searched. Um, one man in particular, kind of large and strong, has picked up one pew, long and heavy, and is kind of repairing one of the legs under it. As you enter, he gives you a solemn nod, uh, either leaving you to your prayer or welcome to come talk to him.
Uh, I will leave y'all be. I will go talk to the repairman.
I'm on top of a roof way far away from you guys.
What?
Did
I'll
you not
go
go
and
to the
talk.
church today?
I'll go and talk to the cleric, the priest.
Uh, Father Lucian greets you. He says, greetings, stranger. I know most faces. I assume you're new in town.
I'll be like, hell yeah! You ever heard of toilet paper, yo?
What?
Fucking Castlevania, where the priest is like, what the fuck is toilet paper? Um. Anyway, I'll say we're investigating the whereabouts of the bones of Saint Andal.
Says, oh? How'd you hear about that?
I'll just be like, oh, you know, it's the talk of the town.
Says, yeah, I should have expected as such. Um, he looks a little suspicious at you, but I mean, what's he gonna, nothing. He says, yes, yes, it's very tragic. I've looked everywhere. It's not something that is taken out of its altar in any way. Um, the pessimistic side of me thinks that it's foul play, but I would like to hope it is only an accident or a misguided attempt. Uh, I can only pray for its return. Uh, Perhaps the bones simply ran out of their holy energy and floated away like ash. You never know, I suppose.
You
Give me
stole
your
them, boss.
perception, James.
This motherfucker's lying.
Yeah. Sean. 17.
The young boy uh, is kind of at his coattails, hiding from you in a very shy way. Um, he's watching you as you talk to each other. And when Lucian said that about the bones simply floating away, kind of dramatically in his sadness, a very strange look came over the young boy's face.
This is altar boy.
But essentially, he's a ward.
Show me
Um,
on this doll where he touched you.
can I ask him? Uh, can I ask Father Lucian about the boy specifically, like without him hearing about us or hearing what we're talking about?
In a second. Joan, the repairman, for lack of a better term, is probably just a man under hire of the church to keep things going as much as he can. He's quite busy kind of fastening the leg on. There's these big ugly nails keeping the two parts together. No fancy, woodwork here. He's quite busy with it and seems to almost purposefully ignore you.
Do you need any help?
Um, he looks over to you. He's clearly a stern man. Um, His apparent solution to the misery that is Strahd's dominion is to harden his heart, whereas Lucian's is to open his. He gives you a very suspicious, stern look, his cauliflower ears visible through his balding brown hair. He says, no, just stay out of the way.
Like a
Well,
bitch to me.
do you mind answering some questions while you work? As long as it's not too bothering.
He says, oh, I really do mind. I've had enough questions for a lifetime.
Is that so?
You'll be asking yourself, why am I dead?
Well,
Yeah, you might.
I'm just curious if you've seen anything unusual while you've been working here. Anyone?
I'm gonna look at him and say, "I implore you to reconsider."
Please
While
don't
you
make me
while
hurt
you
you.
hold a dagger over his hand, which is resting on the table.
No, James, do you know what that's from?
I implore you to reconsider. I should.
Uh-huh, you should.
He says, nope, no idea.
All right. We
Yeah, that wasn't terrifying, John.
Oh shit.
we're here looking. So if I
Okay.
find any probable cause as to you holding information, I do know ways to find you.
Gives you a very combatant look, sort of sizing you up, but
So,
makes no move. Goes back to his woodwork. Uh, Calagath.
Yeah.
You say, what? What's with the child? Is that yours? Kind of whispering, like you said.
Yeah.
Uh, he kind of pats the boy's head, and he says, run along now." The
Yeah, get
boy,
the fuck out of here.
the boy gives a quick look to him, and he kind of goes to the side of the room. Um, he has this like section set up that he kind of plays in, and there's like these little wooden knights that he plays with. Um, but he says, yes, the boy's parents were killed in a wolf attack. Uh, 6 months ago, 5 months now. Um, he's been my ward ever since, but he seems a bit damaged by the ordeal.
I'll say what I'll say that I recently healed a wound caused by such a wolf actually just today. Is there any news about more of these attacks?
He says, oh, if you're in town long enough, you'll experience it firsthand. It's every few days now.
Hmm.
They'll,
Good.
they'll they'll bite
Uh,
and pull at the gates looking for weak points.
that's how many
Fucking
of them.
raptors.
Ask him like how many of them often attack.
Um, he says, how much does he know about wolves? Let me see how much he knows. Let me let the dice decide.
I was just gonna say how much does like how does he know how many attack, whenever they come? Are they like
He
50 or
doesn't
are
he
they
doesn't really
10?
know.
Yep.
He doesn't know. He's not a frontliner kind of guy. He
I
gets
figured if
the
he was one of those nasty bad guys, he would kind of like have his ears out there.
he's not sure. He catches the end result of it, not the action. It's just the injuries that come to him, or the people hiding from within the church.
Ah, gotcha.
He says, "Well,
Okay.
I wish you luck. If you unturn anything else that we haven't yet, I'll be more than appreciative of your efforts."
All right, get the fuck out. Get the fuck
He goes and talks with other parishioners, leaving you to your own devices.
out. Trying to see if I can. I walk over to the kid and I offer him some rations and I say, now, would you know anything about the bones that went missing?
He he kind of gingerly takes the rations really quickly, and he kind of like puts it behind his back, like in that really scared kid kind of way. And
Yeah.
you ask about the bones, and like He gives his best like poker face, but he's a kid, so he's like looking frantically around.
And
And
then
he's
like
getting
the
really
smiles
nervous.
coming out.
No smileys. He's really afraid. He says, "No, no, sir, no, sir." He's like 8. Or
Uh,
something.
I'm gonna walk over to, or I'm gonna walk over. Or I'm not even there. Fuck.
You got down off your perch. You're not gonna
Okay.
stay there all day. You're gonna get bird shit on you.
All right. I'm gonna go in and say, come here, kid, and then ask him to come over. What is it?
Fucking come here. These guys are gonna see us hassling the
What?
kid, man.
I'm gonna atomic noogie the kid until he
That's
dies.
fine. That's fine. And
He's oh well, you go ahead.
Swirly.
yeah. I'm gonna say, I heard about your parents.
What the
Um,
fuck, Patrick?
No, I'm just kidding.
and I'll just say, I'm very sorry to hear that such a thing has happened. I can say that I myself know uh, of how difficult that can be.
Just let me reassure you that they're gone and they're not coming back.
Oh, shut up, James. My God.
They
Fucking
died
terrible.
in pain and agony,
Holy shit!
and their last thoughts are how disappointed they are of you.
Oh my God.
And if they come back as zombies, they'll probably go straight for you.
Have fun sleeping
They-
tonight.
I'll
That's-
kind of like whisper in. They always do.
Anyway, God, James, you're a bad person. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell him. Well, first of all, I say that. Does he respond in any way?
He. So let me describe it. He gives a. You see tears well up in his eyes already, but he fights them back. Just mentioning it, he gives a kind of nod that he's a kid that has kind of picked up the gentle nod from having done it too early in his life. He doesn't really know the implications. He's had a lot of people tell him, "I'm sorry about your loss," but he has no real way to deal with it being that young. He kind
Yeah.
of just nods.
Um, I will take off my necklace and I'll give it to him, the one with the bird skull on it. And I'll tell him, I'll like bend down and kind of like get on eye level with him and be like, this gift was a gift given to me by my God. And it's protected me throughout my difficulties and it helped me strong. And whenever I suffered through the difficulties of my loss, um, take this with you and it'll help protect you along yours as well.
He thinks it's pretty cool. The
And
little
then
boy in him shows up for just a second as he sees the skull. He's like, "Whoa!" But as far as
yeah, yeah. And then I'll say, and use this to make sure that you don't ever go without. And I'll give him 5 gold.
whoa. uh, that's a little overwhelming. He kind of
Well,
sheepishly says, thank you, thank you."
yeah, you're welcome, kid. Get the fuck out of here.
Where are the bones?
Yeah, he takes his new gift. He's a little bit more enchanted with the necklace and the gold. He doesn't really have the wherewithal to be like, "Oh, gold is very valuable. You can buy as many
Yeah,
necklaces as you want
it's
for
like
5 gold."
it's like giving an 8-year-old $100, and they're like,
I think it's a little bit more than $100.
Yeah.
it's like giving an 8-year-old $3,000.
It's like I don't really have the concept of like bills or payments or anything, but that's cool. Yeah,
It's a-
You find the kid stabbed and mugged.
he's a little more enchanted with the necklace, but yeah, he's thankful.
That's cool. Good.
Opening up to him a little bit, you kind of connect with him. Is there anybody? He seems engaged with you now and not just shut down. Did you want to keep asking him stuff? Perhaps?
Yeah, I'll just say,
Yeah, you go ahead. Keep
say
working him.
if there's any. Fuck, James, you're terrible, dude.
Good cop, bad cop him.
I'll just say to him like, you know, if there's anything you want to tell us about how we can church and bring back those bones that were taken, we would really appreciate it because we would like to help you as much as you guys are willing to help others.
And kid, I'll turn you into the same kind of wolf that kills your parents.
You like Batman, grab a chair, put it against the door, and you go slam him on the table. Yeah, you made an honest effort with this
Oh.
kid. He kind of looks up to you, and he's barely said a word the whole time you've been here. I mean, we skipped some, just dialogue back and forth, but he hasn't said anything like a normal kid would. He just run his mouth, but he hasn't said a word. He looks up to you though, and he's like, "Are you a warrior?"
A booty
Uh,
warrior.
I'm a kind of warrior. I am a paladin. I work for.
It's like, is that like a knight?
It is.
He's like, "Wow." He's like, "Can you protect Mr. Lucian?"
Who is Mr. Lucian?
As
It's
Father Lucian is
the priest.
the
Yeah.
priest.
Oh, I could try my best. It depends on what Father Lucian is doing.
He said, the boy says, he told me that if I told anyone, he'd kill Lucian.
Oh no, he won't. I'll make sure of that.
Uh, the boy gives the slightest like eye flick over to John didn't get his name, the repairman, um, who is walking into the back room as we speak.
I know what to
Uh,
do.
I'll just tap. I'll put my hand on his shoulder and just say, "Thank you, boy." And I'll follow back into that back room.
I'm gonna go ahead and go into stealth and follow close behind.
Roll it up.
Roll what up?
That's
Oh, his stealth. I was like,
yeah.
I haven't
16.
done anything yet.
16. Not a lot of shadows and eye breaks here, but you hide as well as you can. Jams? Anything?
You
Joining?
see, you
I
see me
assume.
ducking up and down behind the pews,
I
like
asked him
kids
if
do when
he
they play it.
I asked him if he has any toys that he's broken recently.
Good question. Let me give you a number of toys he's broken recently. Yeah, there's one pile that looks to be like a pitched civ battle of these like really not very good at all toys, and then on a pile separately there's like broken ones that are kind of bent and their swords smashed. These wooden little figures.
I'll kind of figure out which one's his favorite one, and I'll use mending to fix it.
You take one of the knights that's in this very heroic pose. He's got a sword out and all that, but the sword has been snapped by some hard play. Um, you mend it back together better than it was, and the kid gives a whoa.
I'll make sure he sees all the magic of it.
He gives a loud like whoa. Uh, Lucian and everyone else kind of turns to the kid in shock, like, oh my god, he made a noise. Uh, the kid kind of quickly recedes back into himself. Just it's gonna take more therapy than that, but for a second he's really excited and happy.
I'll turn to Father Lucian and say, I believe the boy has some useful information to tell all of us. Kind of put him on the spot.
Oh shit. Okay. You're making him spout it out loud.
Oh
Um,
yeah. What are you, James? You're fucking my whole gig up, man.
Patches wanted to be more subtle with it, so you two got to argue that out.
I've already started walking out to go fucking slap up what's his name.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was sneaking behind him.
Yeah, me
So
and John are like out of the fucking room by
okay,
now.
you
Who?
split. You split.
Good cop, bad
What?
cop. This bitch.
James, have you been listening? It's the fucking
Repairman.
repairman.
Oh, I didn't know we figured out who it was yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. We figured it out. That's why I was chasing after the repairman to go beat his ass.
Then my other statement makes no sense.
Yep. Too
Exactly. That's
bad.
why I'm
You
like,
missed out. Uh, you're dealing with the kid and doing your good deed for the day. Well, John and not Calgath, John and Kalir go and see what's up. Maybe
I'll
crack some
fix it. I'll
knuckles.
just be like, yeah, show him your new knight.
well, yeah, James. Remember we said that we weren't going to let anything happen to Lucius or Lucian or whatever his name
Lucian.
is. Yeah, we
Yeah,
said we
I'll,
weren't
I'll
gonna.
just say, yeah, tell him I fixed your name.
Yeah, everyone's kind of spirits are bolstered by this wonderful, beautiful display of kindness that you've given. Um, I'm sure your god is very thankful. Uh,
I think it's Solinor, but I'm not sure.
So I thought it
Symbol,
started with a
silver
T or
arrow.
something.
the man's name, Milivoj. Uh, like I said, stern looking. He's got cauliflower ears from many, many fist fights he's been in. Um, he's got these kind of suspicious, hard eyes that just scream hate and annoyance. Um, as you walk through the doorway into a side room, it seems to be his sort of inventory space. He's got a shovel on the wall, as well as like well, a spade to be specific, as well as some gardening tools. There's woodworking tools. There's a very small kind of uh, not very good lathe sort of thing, where he can with his foot kind of shape wood a little bit if he needs to make a peg or a little screw or an insert. His tiny little workroom that he's got here. Um, as you all walk in, um, he grabs the shovel. He says, "Can you don't come in here. This is off limits."
I'll say, Lucian gave us the opportunity to look through the church for the bones. Why would you not want us to come in here?
He says, "It's just annoying. The bones aren't in here. You'll mess up all my stuff."
I'm gonna start. There's shelves and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Tool shed kind of thing.
I'm gonna start kind of just lightly walking around and looking, trying to get behind him.
Okay. He's backed against the wall. It's a little slot cutout kind of area, very small.
I'll
Just
try my
barely
best
room
to get
enough
on
for
the.
all of you.
No, I'll try to get my best to kind of just squeeze into the side and glance at all the equipment.
Who is the main deity that they work?
The Morning Lord.
Hmm.
He's a god of sunlight and rebirth, goodness.
Praise the sun.
Okay.
Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. Uh, I'll look at him and say, "May I ask you a question? Do you believe?" Without, I'm not gonna fucking wait for his response. Fuck that guy. Uh, do you believe that you said the Morning Lord? Is that
Mhm.
right? The Morning Lord has a right in this place and guides those who follow him.
You see a kind of Reddit r atheism scowl come over his face. Um, he's like, "Look around you. You think any of that shit is real?"
I'll turn around, and as I'm doing so, I'll draw one of my short swords, and place it blade against his gut and hold pressure there.
I'll
Well,
say, as a matter of fact, I believe there is a deity, and he seems to be very, very upset.
uh, okay, roll initiative.
14.
7.
He got a 19. Nice. So, surprise, he wasn't grabbing that shovel for his own health.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was waiting for you. He's very aware of what you're trying to do. And he's gonna swing back at you, Joan.
Go for it.
What's your AC? Never
17.
mind, he rolled a 4. Doesn't matter. Um, he, very aware of what you're doing, had his hand on his spade the whole time, and as you went to put your blade next to his stomach, he had swung in a wide arc with his spade. But this man is not a rogue warrior like you are. You easily dodge it, getting in and up in his gut with your sword, and it is your go, I believe.
Wait, you gonna stab him? Don't kill him.
I'm not. I'm actually going to.
We gotta know. We gotta know where this stuff is,
Uh,
and then we have to kill him. Because if he fucks with that kid, I'll fucking kill him.
I want to kind of like kick his knee in and bring him
Oh,
down
thank.
and grapple him.
Exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, give me a grapple.
Was that
Grapple him.
That's a. We don't ever fucking do grapples.
athletics.
No, let me click the actual thing. Target attack roll. A strength athletic check contested by the target strength or dexterity check.
Mm-hmm. So what's your strength or athletics?
That is in no, athletics. Yeah, 11.
I got a 6, so
All right.
not the most fluid combat. It's really tight space, but you're able to kind of he has to push away against the sword, or he's going to lose his guts. He thinks so. He kind of sidesteps, and you just grapple quickly, wrap him up. Much
Yeah.
stronger than he is. Well, he's pretty strong. He's a big guy, but you have the advantage as well as the dexterity to wrap him up, and he's fighting it like a fish. He's trying to, being an experienced kind of brawler.
I'm a
You got him.
I'm a sidestep, kick his knee into where he buckles, and grab his shoulder, and spin him and grab a hold of his head and put the blade up to his throat.
So, with grapple, you can attack this round, but you can't move him yet. He gets one more
Right,
check,
then-
and then you can push him or trip him after
Then
that.
yeah, I'll
So you've got him now, and it's Patch's turn, and then he'll get another chance.
I'll just hold his arm behind his back then, while he's down
So
there.
you've got him just held down basically.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
basically have
Won't
him
help
subdued with
whatever.
his fucking arm behind his back, shoved up to his shoulder blades.
Yeah, it's like ah.
I'm gonna take my mace and I'm gonna smash his knee out.
Okay. You're declaring non-lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, hit him with it.
13.
You get advantage. He's grappled.
Oh.
That's not actually a rule, but as far as this kind of like context goes, he's
It's a
definitely.
it's a
You get
DM roll.
advantage. Don't worry about it.
He does get advantage because I'm holding the guy.
Do you get advantage grapple content? Yeah.
I'm on the
Sure.
other side. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah, you're right. He's not wearing armor.
23.
You already hit. Yeah. What's your damage?
9.
Oh my good lord. He. Oh god. Yeah.
non-lethal.
Don't tell me
so
it kills him.
He's
Just
no non-lethal. He's at 1 point.
the ligaments and bone
I-
separate completely. He will probably never walk right again for the rest of his life.
I mean, he's
easily.
gonna die soon after this anyway, so it's not like bad.
Easily the rest of his life.
All right, I want to look at him, and right after I did that, I want to look
Well-
at him and be like, "That was for threatening that child."
He did. Yeah.
I lean down
Hey.
in his ear. I whisper, "I told you I was coming back, like I said."
Ixalan, you feel him. He tries to let out a scream. It doesn't sound like anything you've ever heard before. This is just madness. His knee is destroyed. He lets out this gurgle, and you feel him go limp for a minute as the pain just erodes his brain completely. You guys kind of like shake him and yell at his ear and give him your one-liners, and he kind of comes back to just barely from the pain. He's like, "Oh God, my leg! Oh my leg!" He's not paying attention to your one-liners too much. He's mostly screaming about his leg. What do you want to do though?
Stuff something in his mouth so he shuts the fuck up.
After he does that, I'll retort with, "I thought you didn't believe in a god."
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh science, my legs.
Oh God.
um,
Oh, quadratic equations.
he's just a bitter man. Yeah,
Tetrahedron.
he stuff a tool
Levels.
or something in his mouth, so he bites down on it, so he's not just squashing his teeth in
All right.
agony. And
And I'm
two,
gonna-
he's like, so.
I'm gonna heal him. I'm gonna
Okay.
heal his like knee, like cure wounds on him.
Okay,
Cast cure wounds.
what you got?
6.
What do they call
Okay.
your deity weapon? Like your
Favored, chosen,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
My
Favored, I think.
I don't know what ours is.
Bow,
How was it
if I
above?
remember correctly.
Makes sense.
I'd have to look it up again, but I think it's bow. The
So
knee stitches together. You see, disgustingly, the kneecap just kind of move back into place, and the ligaments kind of change and reset themselves as best they can. But it's still bent awkwardly, and he's kind of giving this like staggered moan. Still, it's like, ooh, ooh.
all right, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna get John to hold his face up, and I'm gonna look
Okay.
at him and be like, "Now you're gonna tell me where those bones went, or I'm gonna break both of your knees."
Okay, John, do you consent to this? Do you have
Oh,
anything else?
yeah. I'll grab like the front of his whatever hair he has left
Yeah, it's
and
balding.
kind of yank it back to where his head comes face up, facing him.
Yeah, you had him kind of full Nelson, and once he passed out from the pain, you let him go, and now his hands are glued to his knee, like he physically it's a pain response, and you grab his hair, you pick his head up from the floor, listen, um,
Where are the bones?
where are the bones at? Give me an intimidation with advantage,
Where's Martha?
one of you,
I got it.
whoever's yelling the loudest.
I got a nat
That was
20.
21.
Okay, yeah, that's he it's like, oh, the coffin maker, uh, Henrik makes coffins for the town. He paid me. He paid me. He has them. I swear it. I swear it.
Is this making a commotion?
Yes. Yes. Uh, you hear the door is closed. The thugs close the door, but still from beyond that, James, you hear, "Wham! Oh God!" You hear a lot of that.
Holy
Lucian hears it as well. He's
James does that nod that means it's like a guy just nodding his.
yeah.
I just look at the rest
Nicholson.
of the people there and I'm like, no, calm down. She's getting handled in there.
Give me a persuasion to calm the crowd, or people are gonna start piling in there. See
Do
what's
I
going on.
have calm emotions? Do I have? I don't. But yep, let's try and persuade. 19.
That's pretty good. Do you have anything specific? Just
I'll just say everyone stay calm. The investigation is underway.
only because you got some good points with the child. People are like, okay. I mean, they
They're,
were
they're still
just
gonna like probably try and nose around and check it out, but they're not
yeah.
gonna be all like up in a crack about it.
Lucian had started to like power walk to see what the hell was going on, but you're like, no, it's cool, we got this, and he's like, okay, but everybody's like eyes focused on the door, just like what's going
Yeah, like
on.
you just hear these like screams.
Oh, good Christ, why? No, it's part of the investigation. Everybody
It's
chill.
fine, it's
Everybody
fine.
chill.
The good cop, bad cop thing, and they're just like, what the fuck? Sounds
We're
like
like,
only bad cop to me.
Yes,
oh no,
Henrik, the
he's
coffin maker of the town. He took the bones. He paid this man to take them. The altar boy, you didn't get his name. Uh, its name is what the fuck is his name? Yeska. Not that it will ever matter, but Yeska saw him.
Didn't get his name, but got his butthole.
Got he got threatened. He says, "Hey, if you tell anybody about this, I'll kill you and Lucian." And the kid's like, "Oh, okay." He's a broken child already, but you whittled the truth out of him. Henrik, the coffin maker.
is
He
there a
he
window?
swears it to be true.
Is there a window where we are in this room?
No, it's kind of a closet that's
Damn,
repurposed.
I was hoping I could throw him through the window and just. Wait,
Um,
John, did you said you could open a window? Where with that thing?
What?
he can.
Open a window. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I can
Okay,
lockpick windows. I got a
slit
crowbar.
it, kill him, and we're gonna throw him through the door.
What? Slit the window?
No,
Slit
man,
the man's throat.
kill
Oh,
the
Is what he's saying.
kill him, and we're gonna throw him through your imaginary make.
oh, yeah.
Crap it
Okay.
is. Yeah, we're.
Let me see. Do you have a tinderbox?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, I will.
Hang on, before you kill him, I want to break both of his dice.
You're not gonna get too far before he passes out from the pain, but he's defenseless in all counts. So you can do whatever
Okay.
you want to him.
Cool. John, stick some cloth in his mouth, and
Let me see here.
I'm gonna roll damage to see how much pain I can inflict on him before he dies.
It's called a coup de grace, and it's the max you can do.
Oh, but I want to do both legs.
But yeah, you'll do max damage to both legs.
Okay. Well, then that's what happens.
A defenseless target gets hit with your maximum amount of pain.
And his new name is Professor X.
I'll actually, I'll cut a piece of his clothing off and
He
shove
gets
it in his
9.
mouth.
He gets 9 damage to each leg.
He's triple passed out. It's more than his HP bar. He's unconscious.
Good. Fuck that bitch. Fucking
We like
pregnant
him.
kids.
Do you have a wolf bone wheelchair in there?
Well, with that, I just looked. I have a tinderbox, so I'll take it out, and I'll take out the candle, and I'll light it. Do I know which direction of the walls would lead to outside?
Being attuned to it, you get a sense of where you should put it. Yes, to make an actual door and not a door into a wall.
All right,
It
I
kind of gives you
will.
the magical sense.
Oh wait, it just leads to the outside world?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a door,
Oh.
not
Oh.
a magic door,
Yes,
not a
Why?
pocket
it just
dimension.
makes a door.
I thought it was like a pocket dimension thing. I was like,
No.
Do I need to brighten the candles?
Just makes a door. So I'll fucking.
if anybody asks, he fell on his spade. He fell down some stairs.
He fell down some stairs and then he fell down some more stairs.
There's no stairs here. Yeah, he fell down.
I think I saw a Netflix documentary about that.
All right. Now I know what I'm naming my mace. Some stairs.
I'll go ahead and I'll strike a match and light the candle.
The candle burns with a black vapor, sort of, uh, like I said, a sparkler. It burns very fast, despite it being this sort of simple waxen candle, just odd colored. Um, Materializing from the wall itself, a simple wooden door forms. Opening it, it goes to the outside, behind and to the left of the church. There's no one really around. It's kind of like the backs of houses and stuff. No one comes this way normally, and you see kind of an open field. Yeah, there used to be a garden behind the church, but that's long since been rotten away.
All right. Once we pass through, I'll snuff the candle out and stuff it back in my bag.
Are you throwing his body out there, or are you leaving?
What was the plan?
Oh no, we're just throwing his body. We're
Oh,
going to go
okay,
out the
then
normal
yeah,
door.
throw his body out.
Toss.
Snuff the candle. Stuff it back
Unlike
in.
Cast slow fall on the body.
I'll pick.
The door dissipates as though it was never there.
I'll pick any
I'd
of the
li-
tools up, put them back on the wall.
I'd like to cast. This is a moment where we need Sooth. We really should.
Everybody needs a bard. Yeah. Assuming you come out, we're running over time, so we're gonna swashbuckle through this. First step, Lucian. He says, "Where did Oh God, these fucking Russian names."
I'll cut him off halfway through and be like, he said he needed to go tend to the garden side.
Milovoj.
The garden's where he kills his weed.
You say he went to the garden? So for the effort you put in, he's not gonna believe you because like what? He's the spirit there. He says, I think I should speak with him. He's a little worried. He heard some screaming. He goes to Milovoj's little workshop / closet, peeks in. Everything's perfectly in place. There's no door. There's no nothing. It's just an empty room basically with little tools here and there. He says, well, okay. I'll speak to him later, I suppose.
Perhaps you should just stay safe here. We're gonna take care of where these bones have gone off to. I think that he may be involved in.
He says, Milivo just had a hard life. I trust him. He says in a very like halting, definitely doesn't way.
Well, I'm gonna look
But
at him. I'll be looking at him like, don't try to make me feel guilty for what I've done.
he says, but if you find anything, please return to me.
Well,
If
you
you
don't have to
find any
not trust him
bodies,
anymore.
if you if you find any bodies, don't look for them.
If you find any bodies, don't.
He says, thank you for your effort, nonetheless. That's what. I
Could you guide us to the casket maker? That's the casket maker.
Coffin maker.
Coffin,
Coffin
whatever.
maker.
Same
That's it.
shit. Could
He
you?
says, sure. I hope no one needs one.
Well,
I won't pry into your business, though. I know it can be.
No, no one's
hurtful.
going.
I'll
No
look
one
at him
needs
and
one.
say, truthfully, won't we all need one?
He says, gallows humor. That's some people enjoy it, but he marks the location on your map, basically.
Excellent. Well, swiggity swooty.
We'll head to that little arrow.
Leaving. One last thing. There's a body. He's kind of just like broken, bent, ass up in the dirt. Are you gonna do anything with this body, or just kind of leave him to be found?
I'm gonna go back at nighttime and fucking finish up.
Are you going to try and hide him in any way? He's kind of just off to the side, adjacent to the church. He may not be seen. He may be seen.
I thought he
Might
was
be
like,
smelled before.
well, not before
he's
the
seen.
nighttime. What time is it right now?
It's always night, but
Oh,
you did
okay.
just wake up a little bit earlier.
Well, I'll get
It's less night than night.
John and I will try to sneakily take it into one of the darker areas.
Is it sleep
And,
night or awake night?
Yeah, that's kind of.
What
Are
kind
there-
of Alaskan night are we talking about?
Yeah.
So what? So my question is there any swampy area near?
I wouldn't call it swampy. Lakeside. If you leave the walls, though. It'd be a whole effort that we probably don't have time for.
Huh.
If you're trying to like permanently hide his body in the lake, which would definitely do the trick.
They tie a rock to it and be done with it.
How do you get outside with nobody seeing you?
Now you're I'm waiting until nighttime, but
It's
now
always
I'm trying to
nighttime.
think about how to acquire some. Oh wait, what's in my bag? Let's see what I got. I mean, I could burn him.
That would make a lot of smoke.
Also might attract attention.
Yeah, I mean, not if I put a bunch of wood there and be like, oh, no, I'm just warming myself
Oh,
up.
starting a fire.
You got a shovel or anything?
Yeah, we'll cover it. Is there like a ditch nearby?
Yeah, you can make one. There's trenches and stuff. It's a wet sort of Carpathian,
Yeah,
like
we're-
northeast England sort of vibe to
Were
it.
there
So
any
it's a lot
type
of
of-
wet peat.
Were there any
So
type of
yeah.
windows?
Oh, if
back
that's the
through there?
case, that's super easy to do because
What did you say, John?
Were there
like
any type
Peabody?
of windows in the hallway that we were walking through?
You can just stuff him out a window.
Yeah, there's a few stained glass windows.
Oh God, okay, I can't open those. I was going to say I was going to take a shovel and kind of toss it out a window.
If you put the effort into it, you don't need a shovel. Exactly, it's soft peat kind of ground. If you guys want to bury him to hide him.
Yeah, we're gonna do exactly that.
All right. Yeah.
So for hiding, someone give me a sleight of hand to see how well of a job you do.
John, you want to try that?
Yeah, I can.
Your dex is probably better than mine.
16.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Mark that in my notes. And
Mark that in my notes. That means not keep that in my mind.
So you never know. Murder not good, but okay. So all those button up. You're on the way to the coffin maker with your intel that you got, and you're helping out the bartender. Okay, good stuff. That is it for tonight. We're over time.
Take a long rest.
We already took
You
a long
did.
rest.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, right on
Oh,
top
wait.
of the grave.
I didn't even think about that. We already did it. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Murdered somebody.
He kind of deserved it.
He threatened a kid. I feel like
Yeah,
he deserves
Patrick,
it.
kind of a dickhead.
in my notes it says, "Ask the kid about Bones. Caretaker was the guy. Patrick and John torture him.
Didn't torture him that much.
Bury
It
him
was, it was kind of.
in
I only hit him literally like a
soft
few
heat
times, James.
near the lake."
That's an option. You'll have to get outside the gates first. That'll be kind of awkward. You might have to weaken at Bernie's them because there's always gate guards, you know. So you have to like drag a corpse through.
Nah, we're just gonna stuff him behind a tree.
We need to start our own
Yeah,
city where
probably
we can
fair.
just like drag bodies in and out and be like, they were talking shit. What? Yep, that's the reason.
You guys could like grab his feet and hands and kind of like catapult him over the side of the wall and just let the wolf deal with him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As long as nobody walks by.
Totally fucking do that shit.
Oh man, I could put a python in the wall, climb up there, tie a rope, drag
You
him
put
up.
him in a scarecrow,
Yeah,
and you wait until the crows eat him through the scarecrow.
That's a thing from a movie though, isn't it? That's from
That's
X-Files.
No, that's from A Thousand Ways to Die.
No, man, like that's from an actual like not, from like a '90s show.
Some
Yeah,
Jeepers
but like the
Creepers.
guy was alive and the crows ate him.
Nah, he's dead in this one. Anyway. All right.
Okay. Wow, a lot accomplished. Good stuff.
Now,
Um,
find a casket maker.
oh, Irina.
You kick the door open and you say, "You got to make one more casket."
Surprise,
Fucking
motherfucker.
Horatio, that motherfucker.
I brought this casket all the way from California to help you die.
Look, you don't tell us what those bones are, you're gonna end up like the Haitian president.
It's fucked up, John.
Damn, too soon. Beautiful country. I forgot. Irina at the time, she trusts you guys. You guys have been through a lot at this point, but she was still like, "What the fuck is going on in there?" But you know, with James, like just it's all part of the process. It's part of the process. Back up, 10 feet. She
Yeah.